Welcome to the Lift Oneself podcast, where we break mental health stigmas through conversations. I'm your host, Nat Nat, and we dive into topics about trauma and how it impacts the nervous system. Yet we don't just leave you there. We share insights and tools of self-care, meditation, and growth that help you be curious about your own biology. Your presence matters. Please like and subscribe to our podcast. Help our community grow. Let's get into this. Oh, and please remember to be kind to yourself. Welcome to the Lift Oneself podcast. I'm your host, Nat Nat, and today I am going into vulnerability again. I have a guest that's going to walk me through a session. So many of you may not know the modality that she is engaged in, yet as I said, I want to bring these conversations and these modalities out to people so that they can see there's so much help out there. So, Karoline, could you introduce yourself to the listeners and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so my name is Karoline Fisher, and I'm an RTT hypnotherapist and emotional healer. And I work with a lot of issues, that we usually have our blocks or patterns in the subconscious. So hypnosis works with the subconscious, hence you can transform any pattern of thinking and pattern of action, behavior on that level.
So, before we started recording, you said that you would be so gracious to walk me through a little mini session. So, this is a warning to the listeners. What you're going to hear and experience isn't a full session that Carolina offers to her.
Now, so what would you like to work on in this session?
I'd like to work on what is the blockage that has me completing the book, writing the book.
Mhm. So why is there something blocking me from writing the book, and what is it? Okay, perfect.
Will you join me in a mindful moment?
hmm
Okay. And for the listeners, as you always hear, safety first. Please do not close your eyes if you're driving or need your visual, yet the other prompts you're able to follow. So, Carolina, if you're comfortable in your seating and if it's safe to do so, gently close your eyes. And you're going to begin breathing in and out through your nose. And bringing your awareness to watching your breath go in and out. You're not going to control your breath. You're just going to be aware of its natural rhythm, allowing it to guide you into your body. There may be sensations or feelings coming up. That's okay. You're safe to feel. You're safe to let go. Surrender the need to control. Release the need to resist and just be. Be with your breath. Drop deeper into your body. Now there may be some thoughts or to-do lists that have popped up. That's okay. Gently bring your awareness back to your breath.
Mommy.
Creating space between the awareness and the thoughts and dropping deeper into your body. Being in the space of presence, the space of being. Again, more thoughts may have popped up. Gently bring your awareness back to your breath. Creating even more space between the awareness and the thoughts. And surrendering into the body. Being in the space of presence, of being, of flow. Now keeping that awareness on your breath, coming into your senses, into the moment. At your own time and at your own pace, you're going to gently open your eyes while staying with the breath.
Beautiful. I'm gonna just close my eyes again, and I ask you to do so too. And now that you're in this relaxed state, I want you to have your hands right next to your body and your feet not quite touching. We're going to do a little reflex now that gets us deeper into hypnosis. And then on the next breath, on the exhale, and as your eyelids shut down, the muscles and nerves in and around your eyes are becoming heavy, droopy, drowsy. And your eyelids are starting to feel right now as if they've been glued shut, sealed shut, locked tight. Allow a drifting, floating feeling to develop in your body. There's nothing you need to make happen in hypnosis. You just let things happen to you. And in that spirit of letting things happen to you, I want you to sense a staircase come to you with 10 steps. And that staircase is right in front of you, so you can drop your chin a little if you want to get that feeling of looking down a staircase. And on the bottom of that staircase, there's a place that's so wonderful for you, that's deep inside of you. And that's a place where you've always known that you can easily finish the book that you want to finish. Writing the book, creating it. You're supported, you're loved, you're important, you belong. And I'm going to walk you down those 10 steps to that place. And I'm going to walk you backwards from 10 to 1. And as I count backwards, you're going to see your feet, hear your feet, and feel your feet treading each step. So naturally, you're moving in onto step 10 as each muscle, every nerve turns loose, lets loose, and you go deeper. You're taking step 9. You can see your feet making contact with every step as you go deeper. You're taking step 8. You're halfway down, going deeper with every number I count. You're taking step 4 as each muscle, every nerve turns loose, lets loose, and you're going deeper into an awareness of yourself, So Natalie, we already know how deeply suggestible you are because you have given yourself suggestions all these years about finishing up something or finishing up a book or writing a book or having success or being independent. And those suggestions might not be true, but your mind still believes them. And that's the same for all of us. Our mind believes what we tell it, and that's very normal. Today, you're going to learn to tell it much healthier things, and that in itself is going to change your life. And I'm going to show you how powerful your mind is, how powerful and suggestible it is. I want you to stay exactly where you are. You don't even need to lift a finger in front of your inner eye. I want you to just see a lemon and you bring it to your mouth. You squeeze that lemon into your mouth. So this is just to show you how powerful and suggestible you are. And I know you knew that before, but I just wanted to show you so you could really feel it, because your mind told your body there was lemon juice. There was no real lemon juice, but your body does what your mind says. So your body said, oh, okay, there's lemon juice, so I'm gonna act as if there's lemon juice. And that's the same with everything else, right? When we talk about book or finishing something or doing something amazing or accomplishing a goal, then our mind also filled by things that other people might have told you and told us, right? Our mind might tell us, oh, you can't finish that, right? Then our body is going to say, oh, okay, I can't finish that, right? I'm going to do whatever you say. I'm not good enough for that. Oh, okay, you're not good enough. So, right, I'm going to act accordingly. So that's exactly what the body does and how the mind and body play together. Hypnosis is a sleep of the nervous system, but it's not about being asleep. It's about being suggestible. And now I'm going to tell you that your eyes are glued shut, sealed shut, locked tight. So much so that just the thought of opening them is something you really can't be bothered by. Your eyes are sealed shut, fused shut, locked together. Go deeper, find they are locked shut, find they are sealed tight, go deeper, find they are glued together, go deeper and deeper and deeper. You're responding perfectly, and you can see, Natnet, how incredibly suggestible you are. And now that you're in this suggestible state, we're gonna go right there and we're gonna ask your subconscious, why is it that you can't finish your book, or what is holding you back? So on 5, we're gonna go deeper into that internal awareness that plays deep down inside of you, the bottom of that staircase. And on 4, just take a deep breath in and out. And on 3, just see the years peel off you, the weeks, the months, the days. And as you go back, you're becoming younger, maybe smaller, depending on how far back you're going to go. And you're going to a scene that is the exact reason why you have a block of finishing your book. And on 2, that scene just floats to you so easily, so effortlessly. That scene, that is the exact reason why you haven't finished your book or why you're having a hard time to finish your book. And on 1, that scene is just right there with you. That scene, that is the exact reason why you're having a hard time finishing your book. That scene feels as if it was yesterday. You feel it, you hear it, you see it. And if a scene came up, are you inside or outside?
A bit of both.
Where are you? And is it day or night?
Okay.
And how old are you approximately?
9 or 10.
And tell us a little what's happening here. Are you by yourself? Where are you? What are you feeling?
I'm in a classroom.
So you're with other kids. And what are you feeling? What's happening here?
There's a teacher, and I feel like I'm standing up and she's scolding me and frustrated.
So the teacher is scolding you in front of everyone.
Yeah,
And how does that make you feel?
small, like I don't matter,
And
and there's no point.
she scolded you because,
It feels like the way I present my work and the way that I write. And there's a lot of frustration on the mistakes that I make.
a lot of frustration from her side.
Correct.
And then, of course, you internalize that probably. So you feel small, like you don't matter. Is there any other feeling that comes up?
Anger, some sadness, and then some numbing.
Numbing, yeah. That's very emotionally, right? Numbing is a very intelligent survival strategy, right? And what are you thinking as that 9, 10-year-old Natalie in this scene?
There's no point.
Any other thought that you have?
I'm a little angry of being embarrassed.
So angry at yourself because you're embarrassed?
A little bit on me, but a little bit on her.
Mm-hmm.
It's a female teacher.
Yeah.
She just feels like a bitch. It's like there's no space to feel open or supported. Part of me that is trying to come out, yet the majority of me just numbs and shuts down, and it's there's no point. If this is what she says, then that's what it is. There's another part that's saying they don't know your story.
So there's a kind of a helplessness, but then part of that anger is also, what does she know? Or she doesn't know my story. So how can she judge me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything else in that scene that you want to share? Anything else that the 9, 10-year-old Natalie's thinking or feeling?
And I'm stupid, that I'm ugly, that I don't know how to get it right, not smart enough. There's a part that doesn't want to care and is like, they just don't understand. And
They
that
don't understand, yeah.
they don't understand, and that I just don't want to play the game.
Anything else in that scene that you want to share?
No.
Beautiful. We're gonna work with that scene soon. For right now on 5, I want you to just let that scene move away as effortlessly and easily as it came to you. And then on 4, I want you to go deeper into that beautiful space of yours, the bottom of that staircase, that deep internal awareness of yours, that place where you've always known you are smart, you are important, and you are all those things, and you are supported and loved and belong. And on 3, you see the years peel off you again, the months, the weeks, the days, and you're going back and you're becoming younger and maybe smaller. And you're going back again to a scene that is the exact reason why you have a hard time finishing this book and why you don't almost let yourself finish this book now. And on 2, that scene just floats to you so easily, effortlessly. That scene, that second scene, that is the exact reason why there's something holding you back finishing this book. And on 1, that scene is just there with you. It feels like it was yesterday. That scene, that is the exact reason why you have something in the way of finishing your book, why you're holding yourself back on some level. You feel it, you see it, you hear it. And if a second scene came, are you inside or outside?
A bit of both. It was very clear.
Is it
And
day or night?
it's day. It's very bright.
Very bright. And how old are you in this one approximately?
4.
Tell me what's going on here. Where are you? What are you doing?
I'm very light. It's very pleasant and very giddy and happy. And I'm just spinning around. But then I feel dizzy, and my mom feels annoyed and telling me I shouldn't have been spinning. That's why I'm sick now. This memory, there is lightness to it because it's so bright. The sun is shining in, yet I can feel in my body that there's something. Although I label that as very carefree and happy, my body right now is reacting that there's something about that memory.
Something about that memory. You feel very bright and light at the beginning, but then
I can still feel that brightness, yet right now my body's reacting with some tension and stiffness that there was something else there.
you think it is that your mother tells you that you shouldn't have done that. She's annoyed, and now you're sick because of the spinning. Don't do it again. That was silly.
I think so, yeah.
And what are you feeling in this scene after the lightness and giddiness is a little overshadowed or a lot overshadowed by
It's cut off. It's the openness and the hyperactivity and the just joyful has dimmed, and it feels like it has to be contained instead of just being felt.
So it has to be contained. And how does that make you feel?
Small, less energy.
Less energy? Any other feeling that's connected to that?
A little bit of the nausea because I was spinning. It just constricted. The open and lightness is now dark, and rather than being in a big room, it feels like I'm in a small closet. And it doesn't feel safe to be open and excited and hyper and just carefree.
Is there anything else, any other feeling or thought that comes up?
There was truth to the spinning and being sick and nauseous. It's just the part of being open and carefree. That part feels like it was squashed away. And I can feel like a knot in my stomach as I speak on that.
Anything else in that scene that you want to share?
It's almost like that's where I started splitting and not trusting inside. Yet when I think of the memory, it's very open and carefree and light. Yet, as I said, the more that I go into it, it's afterwards that just shut down things.
I want you to, on 5, just let that scene float away as easily as it came to you. We're going to work with both of those scenes. And on 4, go deeper into that internal awareness of yours. On 3, I want you to just be aware, become aware of your palms. And then on 2, I want you to just face your palms towards the ceiling. Just leave them wherever they are. You don't need to higher them or lower them. Just your palms towards the ceiling as if you were holding things in your palms. And we're going to hold 3 pictures. So 2 pictures in your left hand and 1 picture in your right hand. So the first picture in your left hand is you're 9 or 10, you're in the classroom, and your female teacher is scolding you. You have to stand up, and everybody's looking at you, and you feel really sad and angry, and like there's no point, small, like you don't matter. And you also feel helpless, but then you also have kind of a thought like, she does not know my story, so how can she say that? And her words though also let you believe that you're stupid, that you're ugly, that don't know how to get it right, not smart enough. And then the second picture in the left hand is you're 4 and you're spinning around so bright, you feel so light, so giddy. And then you feel dizzy, and your mother is annoyed by you spinning around, and then she sees you're dizzy and nauseous, and she tells you, you shouldn't have been doing that because that's now why you're sick. And it cut off all that openness, that giddiness, and you feel like you have to be contained now. So there's a black and white thing, like, yeah, you can't spin anymore now. You can't be open anymore now. You can't be giddy anymore now because it's just gonna make you nauseous. Almost that it's you feel small, less energy, a bit of nausea, constricted. And then on the right hand, the picture you have there is you today, that you are writing a book right now, but for some reason you're holding yourself back on one level or other to finish it. There might be other things attached. So I want you to now compare both hands, and I want you to just see if there's any connection between both of those hands.
Yeah.
Tell me how.
That if I write, I'll be ridiculed and proven that I'm stupid, and
Yeah.
why would you write something? There's
hmm
nothing of value.
Any other connection?
The fear of being seen, feeling unsafe.
I also felt like, right, that light, that giddiness is so much part of the creation, of creating, right? And the book is creating something so big.
Feels like a heavy responsibility. Like
hmm
the left hand is very heavy,
hmm
but the right hand is light.
Oh, good. It's actually something you would feel so excited about finishing, and you would feel so light if it was finished.
Yeah.
hmm Yeah. So let's go back and reframe that in both of those scenes so we can transform that energy and then really change that going forward for you. I want you to go back again to that 9, 10-year-old in the classroom. Maybe you can remember what you wore and how that felt on your body. See the teacher in front of you. Maybe you also can see some of the students. Look at the teacher and you to just say to her those things that you felt at the moment before you didn't see there was any space for you to say anything. But now you can, right? And that 9, 10-year-old is still in you. So we let her express herself. So I would say to her, you scolding me in front of everyone made me really feel small and sad and stupid.
What I want to say is that you're miserable and you're not helping. And this made me feel really awful.
Yeah.
And it's not
Mhm.
encouraging me to want to learn. Now
Tell
I
her.
don't even want to be here. You're not helping me. Even if I don't do it the proper way, you can still give me a little bit of space to do it
Yeah.
so I can learn in a different way and you can approach it differently.
What would you have wished for her to do?
I wish you would have been more gentle, more understanding. I
Mhm.
wish you would have asked questions to understand, not to
Mhm.
belittle. I wish you would have given me space one on one, not in front of
Yeah.
everyone. I feel embarrassed in front of everybody. And I feel like you always pick on me, that I'm the easiest part to
Yeah.
put it all on. And
hmm
it's not fair.
And how does that make you feel?
More open, that it was truth, that
hmm
I can feel seen. What you said made me feel like I wasn't good enough, that I didn't have any value, that I wasn't intelligent. Now I see that this was your stuff and you just didn't know how to teach and you were taking your stuff out on me.
Yeah. So give her that back. You can imagine a suitcase or whatever comes up for you. See you giving her something physically, really giving her something.
Yeah.
And leave that with her. And just tell me, how does that make you feel? Like,
It brightened things. It put me in a
Mhm.
different position in the room.
Does that make some wheels move inside of you? Like turn some wheels?
Yeah.
Good.
As I said, there's more openness.
Yeah. Is there more lightness also, like ease?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Can she go now? Can she leave that scene? Or is there anything else you need to tell her?
Still feel frustration and anger.
Mm-hmm.
Yet I know that that's not gonna change what the situation was. I know that that's a protective feeling that she needed to affirm certain things in me, and my
And she
life would have
didn't.
been different.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
she didn't affirm things.
And that is so true. Your life would have been different, right? But now you're going back to that 9, 10-year-old and you're basically giving yourself the treatment that you needed for your life to be different, right?
Yeah.
So tell her everything that you still need to say, right?
I wish she would have affirmed me more and took in time to mold me or
Mm-hmm.
to bring out the things that I was good at, not just point out all the things that were wrong.
And what feeling is behind there?
There's encouragement of me seeing myself
Mm-hmm.
and not needing her to see me.
And what feeling is when the 9-year-old says, I wish you would have done?
A sense of helplessness, a sense
I feel that, yeah.
of not good enough, a sense of loss.
Yeah. So let's mourn that loss.
I just have the sentence of I feel safe now. I don't have to be in fear of hiding. I can be me.
Beautiful.
And I can make mistakes and it's okay.
Uh-huh. And is she still here?
No.
Okay. Then she left. That's good. So I want you to now step into that space where the 9, 10-year-old Natalie was and step in as the person you are today. And you establish eye contact with her, emotional connection with her through your eyes. You love her so much. You support her so much. You're here. You hold space for any and everything that she might need, want, desire, feel.
I love you, Natalie. I'm always here for you. I won't leave you. I want to hear your thoughts and feelings. I want to hear your needs. I want to hear you read. I want to read what you've written. I want to hear your stories. You're so creative. You're so intelligent. Beautiful. So much to offer. Be gentle with yourself.
Anything else you want to tell her?
No.
I would say you can go in for a hug if she wants that too, and you can just exchange that energy through, like chest to chest. You just exchanged in words. And once you hugged it out, let her float on top of you, looking in the same direction. She's turning around, and then she's slowly through the crown of your head, getting into your body, floating into your body. And just feel that 9, 10-year-old Natalie's body enter a healed version of that, a more expressed version. See how that feels in you because she was inside before you too, but now it's a different version. See how that feels for the adult Natalie now, and see how that feels for the 9, 10-year-old Natalie. Just know that you cannot unfeel this. You can always come back to this. And what is in our body is materialized, right? This is practical as it gets. It's in your body. Great. Now, let's reframe that to that second scene where you are 4 years old. You're spinning, you feel so light and giddy and just like open, and it feels so good. But then that's totally closed off by your mother feeling annoyed and telling you you shouldn't have been spinning because now that's why you're sick. So you totally cut off and all that energy is cut off. You feel small, constricted. It's like dark. I want you to just see your mother as that 4-year-old girl.
So open and just having fun. Me seeing you frustrated and annoyed just didn't make me feel good. And so I felt like I had to bring down my energy because it was too much for you. I interpreted it as my openness and my high energy and hyperactivity was something that wasn't accepted by you. I wanted your approval and to love me, and I just didn't want to see you tired and annoyed. I felt I had to turn it off for you to be happier. And now that I know that you had your own stuff and you're doing the best you could, I just interpreted that I needed to turn off this energy. It didn't feel safe for you to go into that space. I internalized your behavior as this openness and this hyperactivity as being unsafe and that I'll get harmed and make wrong choices. I'm going to give that back to you now because it's yours. My openness and my creativity and being me is safe. I can discern now, make choices for myself, and it's okay for me to be excited. It's not like somebody's going to take it away from me. This can never be me again. Because that open, creative, high energy space is totally there for me to delve in and to play in and to expand. And it's totally safe.
Beautiful. And now you can give her also her issues back in a suitcase or whatever comes up because they are hers.
Yeah, kissed her on her cheek. It's done.
Great. You can also go into this space and hug the 4-year-old to the 9-year-old. You'll see if the 4-year-old wants to hear some things also from you.
You're safe to be open. You're safe to be curious. You're safe to see things differently than others. It's safe. What's inside you is safe.
Then you can hug it out again. Turn around so she looks in the same direction and then come into your body through the crown of your head. And now you have that healed version of the 4-year-old in you before you had that 4-year-old version of you in you too. So just feel that also. Know you can always come back to that feeling. And since we are doing a shortened version, I'm just gonna ask you if you feel a certain completion.
Yeah, I
Beautiful.
feel present right now. And
Beautiful.
my left hand isn't heavy anymore.
Beautiful. Then I'll just invite you to slowly come back to the present moment. I mean, you are very present now, but just feel the room around you. Take a deep breath in and out, and whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. You were so good. Like, how do you feel? Like, I mean, you have done so much, right? And clearly, because you also do it on your podcast. So, how are you feeling? I mean, you said already lighter, right?
Very vulnerable because I'm like, while it was happening, I was like, I have snot running down my face, but I was like, it is what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Um, and I don't know if you could see the tears coming down. Oh
No.
yeah. Oh,
No.
there was plenty of tears
Yeah.
and yeah. So I,
Yeah.
I knew that my body was finally feeling seen and being able to surrender those defense mechanisms and integrate to allow that
Beautiful.
integration. I even saw the friction that I have with one of my twins, the
Mhm.
aversion that I get, and it's like, oh, it's this little girl. It's all of that stuff that comes up and
Wow.
prickles me. And
Wow.
it was the 7-year-old that got scolded by the teacher. That
Mm.
embarrassment and not
Mhm.
feeling like I measure up and
Mhm.
inconvenience, that
Mhm.
reacted with how I feel sometimes with one of the twins that I
Mhm.
have.
Mhm.
So very powerful, very vulnerable.
I got so into it. I mean, I really forgot that we were on camera too,
Yeah.
on audio. Um, but I guess a little bit I was always aware because I did not see tears even. And I was actually surprised how I was like, wow, yeah, I guess I've done that long enough to be able to, because I did it as if there was no camera around,
Yeah.
actually. So
Yes.
I was like, huh, wow. But you also obviously created that space because you also went, yeah,
I went deep. So that's why I said,
wow,
like, I've done the work and you'll have willingness. So that's why it can flow the way it can flow.
totally.
So I wasn't, and that's why the
Yeah,
vulnerability, as you can see, I'm open
yeah,
that, okay,
totally.
let's show
Wow.
people what that inner work looks
Yeah,
like, that inner child and
yeah,
integrating. And
yeah,
sometimes you need a few of these sessions to
yeah.
really feel that
Mhm.
embodied
Yeah,
integration and everything
yeah.
else. Well, I know the listeners want to know now, where can I find Carolina? So could you let them know where they can find you and what you have to offer them?
So my website is www.whyhypnotherapy, and the Y is WHY, hypnotherapy.com. I have a profile on Psychology Today. I have a Google business website that you can also find when you type in my name into Google or into any search engine. And some people even reach out through social media. I'm findable, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a word, yeah.
Yeah,
But
all your information will be in the show notes. So
thank you.
for the listeners, as you just saw and or heard me go through a process, and some of those things that you were able to do that process for yourself, I am like 5-star recommending you to reach out to Carolina because she truly has a gift of safety and being able to tap into the body's wisdom and intelligence so that you can do that integration. We all have our paths to get into our healing in different modalities. And this for sure is one of the modalities that will quicken things for you to better understand. Because once you tap into your body's wisdom, there's so much that gets released, and there's so much that you can, as she said, give back to others. Like intellectually, you can understand it's not my stuff, yet the body needs to feel that to be able to release those emotional charges that have been ingrained as patterns for so long in that nervous system. So, Carolina, thank you so much. I would love to have you back on a personal aspect so we could ask you some personal questions
Yeah.
and get to know you a little bit of how you got into this and,
Mhm.
some vulnerability about you, some reflective questions and stuff like that. So I hope you'll come back again as a guest.
I would love that.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much for having me. This was amazing. Yeah, thank you.
And you know what? Thank you for having your vulnerability because as a professional and when we're holding space for others, when our role of parenting comes in and it kind of feels a little messy, it's like, whoo, what do I do? Yet I thank you for, the confidence and the courage of being you and,
Yeah.
modeling to people what is possible, that just because you have a gift, it doesn't mean it diminishes because you're in these
Mm,
other roles. So thank you.
true, yeah. Yeah. Although I would never use her in a session,
Of
I did, yeah,
course.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, oh, I would never, yeah, have a session with her. But thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. So please remember to be kind to yourself.
Thank you.